our child. It's for their shenanigans.
Yay!
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a buddy 24-hour readathon. It's my reading buddies. You want to introduce yourself to the people?
Hello, my name is Leonie. I'm from the channel The Bookleo, and I'm excited to just read all day.
Me too.
Me too.
Yeah. My name is Nina. You've seen me.
You've seen me?
We have been on this channel a lot.
You would just be like, you've seen me.
That's also how I introduced you guys. I was like, I'm doing the 24-hour readathon with Leora and Leonie. You've seen them on my channel a lot, so I don't have to introduce them.
Our plan is to read as much as we can in the span of 24 hours. It's probably not going to be precise, but we're just going to do as much as we can. We're also planning on doing an audiobook together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like we put it on and we're going to like press play at the same time.
When we're on public transport, going for walks.
Yeah, exactly.
To the same book.
Because we want to do like some breaks, and yeah, they both have a huge stack of books. I just brought one and my iPad, and I'm gonna see whatever I end up reading. Oh, there's also a lot of snacks.
Yes.
So,
Lots of snacks.
yeah, let's do snack haul. I'm gonna show the
Ooh,
snacks.
snack haul.
Snack haul. Is Nina's brilliant snack plate.
I'm so fucking happy with my snack plate. I won this on the fair.
You won it.
I won it.
In a game?
We did the coin pusher, and then we just got a bunch of coins, and then we could choose something.
And you chose the
we
plate.
chose the plate.
Nice.
Clearly.
And we also got like a whistle, but
A whistle.
that died.
Oh, interesting. Well, we will have plenty of snacks, I think.
I think we will be fine.
We're gonna set the stopwatch
I'm nervous.
at the same time.
You're nervous?
I don't know, it's like kind of like, ooh.
We're like, it's like I'm nervous, but all we're gonna do is read.
Yes.
We're gonna sit on the couch. There's
gonna
nothing
sit
to
on
be
the
nervous
couch.
about.
Really serious.
Yes. Serious
Yes.
business.
Okay, are we ready?
Okay.
You're gonna count down?
3, 2, wacht.
Oh.
On one or after one?
So after one, I will
Yeah.
say go. 3,
2,
2, 1, go.
My first read was The Will of the Many, which is a Roman Empire-inspired fantasy novel. I had planned to read a little bit in this one and then switch it up, maybe read some shorter books as well. But I have to say, I got so carried away within this book because it was just so good, I didn't want to stop reading. It definitely took me a bit to properly get into the book, but when I was in, I was so in. We follow Vis Telemus, or that's how I pronounce it in my head. I don't know if that's correct. He lives in the Catalan Republic, the hierarchy, and they've taken over the entire world. Vis is sent to the academy, which is a sort of magical school / military-esque academy where they train people to use will. Within this society, you give up your will, you cede it to somebody else, and there's a sort of pyramid scheme, and the very people at the top receive a lot of will and are very strong physically but also mentally. It's a very, very interesting system, and it raises a lot of questions about who benefits from a society. Is everybody always wrong within a system? It's a very political fantasy. I was so invested in plot twists, just kept happening. It never went the way I thought it would. When I arrived at part 2 in the book, I took a little break and read a cozy fantasy graphic novel series that I'm reading. It's so adorable. It's called The Last Session. It's basically about a group of friends playing D&D. It's called Dice and Death Traps in this series. Every time they go into the game, you switch to this cozy fantasy world. Then around the afternoon, we went on a little break and we all started our group audiobook. We are listening to Amanda Montel's The Age of Magical Overthinking, which is an essay collection that is exploring a lot of our generation's tendency to believe in the supernatural and in spiritual things, but also manifesting, and what is the role of that within our society. How does the internet and algorithms, social media play into it? And how our brain has a lot of interesting coping mechanisms in the modern information age, and how our rationality can be a lot in these days. And it was so fun to be able to listen together and like take your headphones off and discuss it like on the go. Also a really good way within the 24 hours of reading to have a change of scenery, go outside while still listening to a story. It really felt like spring as we sat in the sun and listened to a piece about holistic coaches on Instagram. And after this, we went on to my house to continue our readathon.
I think the last snack platter was like mostly sweet stuff, and now it's salty. There's a science to this.
Is it?
There's a science to it. It's called snackology. You never heard of it?
No.
I graduated with honors.
At the uni of snack.
That's like saying That's like saying I studied English literature at the University of English Literature.
We are reading so much right now, as you can see.
Test. Look, I'm just trying to read over here and these girls are going crazy. I don't know what's happening. Tastes like crisps.
Hey guys, I'm definitely at the part of the evening now where I'm low-key getting delirious, but I'm still going strong, in a sense, I guess. I'm still really into the book, so I'm curious to see what else is going to happen. There's just been a really big plot twist, and this book has generally got me like so surprised at half of the things happening. Really into it. I need to know what happens. I was definitely planning on reading more other things as well, but I find that just reading this and focusing on one thing is really keeping me more motivated somehow. But now I'm just really enjoying like the vibes of all reading together and having a cozy time, and it's just really wonderful. And I wish we could do this like every year, you know, like a 2-yearly holiday thing, because it feels very much like we're on holiday or something, because usually the only time I generally relax with my friends like this. I'm enjoying my read. I'm still going strong. I am considering drinking something with caffeine to stay up longer, but I kind of don't want to. So I think I'm just going to see how long I last. I usually go to bed quite early, so I'm already feeling very sleepy, but I will persevere. So that's my update. Hype. I'm just actively falling asleep. We're just filming an update for Leo's vlog. And I was just like on Leo's shoulder like, I can't do this. Yeah.
Meanwhile, we have energy clearly.
Yeah. I go to bed early. I'm not.
I mean, I also go to bed early, but
I don't. You're better than me, I guess.
Yeah.
No, you're a night owl. You're just
Yeah.
a
I am
night
a
owl.
night owl.
Yeah.
No, I am also a night owl at heart, but I am just being forced to go to sleep and wake up early.
At your core.
I am a night owl surfer California girly.
Not this narrative again. Nina is convinced she should be a Californian surfer girlie, but the thing is,
Yeah.
she can't actually be in the sun because she will faint or puke.
No, shut up. I can be in the sun if I'm in the water, which is why I should be a surfer girly.
This is a theory that's not been tested properly.
But I am going to take surfer lessons this summer, so
is
I
very
will
cool.
actually test. I will report back after my surfing lessons
Subscribe to Nina.
if I'm actually a surfer girly.
So I'm still reading The Will of the Many, and I'm still enjoying it. I just updated like a few minutes ago, so I don't have a lot to add, but you guys can talk about your books if you want to.
Completely different books. Like, couldn't be more different.
No, that's true.
Leo, je bent altijd uitshot. We're losing Leo.
There can only be one.
You will fight to the death.
Leora is al dood.
You don't even have to fight her. She just collapses.
If we were about to fight till the death and only one channel could win, you would win. You'd be like, and I'd be like,
Well, to talk about the book I'm reading, I've been reading The Husbands, so that's what I'm reading. You will hear my thoughts in that vlog. And I'm also reading the reappearance of Rachel Price, which I'm listening to on audio as well as reading physically. I'm not that far in yet, so I don't have that many opinions, but so far I like it. It's very interesting. I think it's a little bit of a new concept for a mystery young adult novel, so I feel like that's interesting. I've never read a book about someone reappearing after disappearing. So
I'm reading Perfume by Patrick Suskind, the history of a murderer, because this is about a man who becomes so obsessed with the scent of young women that he starts killing them to extract their scent.
right.
Very fun. I'm
No better
really
way to
enjoy-
sniff a woman than when she's dead. I
Yeah,
guess.
exactly.
I don't
Yeah.
really know.
It's genuinely super interesting. I'm really loving it. I'm very fascinated by stories about like weird men that are way too obsessed with like young women.
Yeah. No, that's
yeah,
a very interesting subgenre.
Yeah, it kind of makes me think of Poor Things, the movie, kind of like that. I really like stories like that, and it kind of, when you're reading this book, it really feels like you're reading a book from the perspective of the villain.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting to be in his twisted mind.
You know, ever since I've read more pieces of your writing, since you go to our writing school, I feel like I've been getting much more insight in the things you enjoy in reading as well, because it's like so sort of typical of the things you write and read. I don't know, there's like sort of, I see a sort of theme of just like vibes.
What is the theme?
It's like, I want to know.
A theme of vibes.
It's like, I'm making so much, it's like super unhinged but very whimsical.
Yeah. I
Like
get that.
dark,
Yeah,
unhinged,
yeah.
whimsical vibes.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
We're gonna do a little dance party so I don't fall off into the abyss of sweet, sweet dreams. And
That's beautiful.
thank you, I'm a poet. And yeah, we're gonna do so much more reading.
She's starting the dance party.
Yeah.
Clearly very different vibes. Straight guy move. Yeah. Hello.
We are on hour 13 and a half, and I'm actively falling asleep still. Again.
Not me. I'm doing great.
I saw you yawn.
Once. I've yawned once.
So I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be able to be awake, but I'm going to try to read a little bit more, and I can also get up tomorrow morning to read. But I'm definitely enjoying the challenge, so we'll see how far I will get. I'm still reading this bad boy. I have made so much progress.
Oh my god, look at how far you are.
It's actually wild.
That's so crazy.
Love him though, so great update. So much information about the book.
Love him.
Love him. Hi, we have awoken. Feeling a little bit rough. We slept. How you know how much we slept?
5.5 hours.
5.5 hours.
That's not too bad actually.
No,
I thought
it's
we would
not.
sleep less.
I mean, it was like around 2:30 when we finally went to sleep. Leo, did you sleep well? Yeah. The only bad news is that there's no coffee.
That's horrible.
Which I just realized.
I was awake for like 2 seconds. And Leora was like, there's no more coffee. And I was like, oh no! That's the worst thing I've ever heard.
She really went like, oh no! Like very, very dramatic. It's just like, oh no!
I was just very excited to have a cup of coffee.
It's okay, I will go and get coffee.
Yes, I know you will.
And you will live.
I will live.
You will live.
I can read while you're away. I just said awake. I meant away.
Whenever I'm awake, you will be reading.
I will read when you're awake.
We're absolutely delirious to begin with, but yeah.
This is gonna be a joy.
So it's a joy already. are 21 hours in. This book is doing things to me. I'm upset. I'm just upset. They gave us like one sort of tiny bit of hope, and they are crushing it right now in such a rude way. I really hope the things I am sort of thinking right now, like the suspicions I have towards the plot, are not true, but I think they are. But this book keeps subverting my expectations of what's to come and like how the story is built. But it has so many elements I just love. I love all the political intrigue. I love the connections that are being built. I really feel for the main character. It has so much interesting critical thought towards systems and those who suffer within them. At the same time, it has like Magic Academy vibes, the secret tunnels and hallways, like all that sort of fantasy intrigue that I love to read about. And I also think it's really fun to read a book that is not necessarily like Middle Ages inspired, but more Roman Empire. So there's just a lot of things I'm really enjoying about this book. I think it's so good. I'm really feeling with the characters, so I'm like so deep in this. I just got emotional at it. The author is just really good at making you feel in your body what the main character is feeling because it's written so well. So yeah, that's doing things to me. And I'm so excited to read on, but also not. I'm also like angry. I'm pissed. Oh, there is a little romance though that I'm enjoying, but it's probably gonna go bad too. Damn. We are on the last hour of the readathon. None of us are actually like quite done with it yet. We're all kind of vibing. Something weird happened where we all just kind of got more into the flow as we read more and more. And the same goes for me. I really want to finish The Will of the Many. I'm so into it right now. I think the story is so good, and I'm like so within the world and I don't want to go out, and I just know the biggest reading slump is going to hit me because this was just so good. I have like a little over 100 pages to go, but to be fair, this is a 600 something page book. And whenever I had to do something that I couldn't be like holding a book for, like getting ready, I listened to The Age of Magical Overthinking. We are not all on the same chapter anymore because I kept listening. I have 2 hours left of this audiobook. It's a really interesting audiobook. I think Amanda Montell always manages to get into subjects that are so relevant for our society and the things that we're dealing with. At the same time, she manages to make it personal, and it makes you feel like she is the person to tell you that story. She's like exactly the person you should be listening to. There was a chapter in this about abusive relationships, and it was so interesting the way she sort of puts her own experience with the sunk cost fallacy within a relationship and like botched power dynamics into a bigger view of our world and our society. And I think that's just one of the things that was done very well within this book so far, so I'm really excited to listen to more of it. But I think I'm first going to try and finish The Will of the Many. I'm so excited, and I'm actually still really in the mood to read. Like, I don't know how that happened, but I am. The final hour. Het is echt net alsof we een muzikale performance gaan doen of zo. We have finished the 24 hours. How are we feeling, guys?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. I'm actually kind of excited to read more. So
yeah. I'm not ready to like go back into the real world.
No, that's it. Like if I go home now and I have to like do work, no thank you. I would rather just like read more.
Yeah, I get that. I'm kind of tired. Like I kind of want to take a nap, and I feel like that, but I did really enjoy the reading. I do think that 24 hours are a lot less taxing than you would expect.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because you kind of get used to it and you kind of get into the flow, and you really, I don't know, it's kind of nice to just have this one thing to focus on.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think when it came to like switching up the reading and trying out different formats really worked well for me in the end. I ended up listening to half of The Age of Magical Overthinking. So that is around 160 pages. And then I read a bit less than 400 in The Will of the Many. And then I read an issue from the last session, which was 30 pages, 30-ish. In total, I read 581 pages.
Wow.
That's really impressive.
Yeah, I did not finish The Will of the Many, but I did really enjoy it. And I think I'm just going to leave it for now and then maybe finish it this evening before I go to bed. But I'm kind of done with the reading. I find it very admirable that you guys still want to keep going. I've kind of had it. Like a few hours ago, I was like, I can do 5 more, but now I'm like, no.
But I think maybe it's because you've been reading the same book.
Yeah. I got into a new book this morning and I'm just really excited to continue reading because I'm just like really into the book. So I feel like that also helps. I mean, I would love to take a nap, but I feel like if I take a nap, that's the end of my day. Like I'm not going to do anything else.
Same.
Okay. You guys want to share your like journey?
My journey.
Say anything about it?
I don't know.
I had a good time.
Yes,
It
me
was
too.
really fun. It felt very cozy.
I read more than I expected, but I read less different books than I expected. I
Yeah,
thought I would
same.
like want to switch the books very often,
Yeah.
and I barely did that.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
I had the same experience. I thought I would want to read like a lot of short books in between, but I only read one and then I was just kind of really focused on needing to know what was about to happen in The Will of the Many.
Yeah.
You did read a lot more different things.
I did at the end, but that's because I was reading a lot of short things, so I kept finishing things.
The thing I also loved about Leonie, like we're both like reading, like I'm reading like fantasy, she's reading like a thriller.
young adult thriller.
And then Leonie's like casually reading Dostoevsky.
The vibes were very different.
Usually I'm also more of the just like chill fantasy girly, but today I wanted to switch it up.
Yeah.
This is a great moment.
I
Switch it up.
don't want anybody to get the idea that Will of the Many is chill, so beware. But yeah, it is really good. I was definitely emotionally invested and feeling a lot of things. I think maybe I need a little break just because this book is like, it needs brain power and it's emotionally doing things to me, and yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
But I'm also starting to lose my grip on reality slightly, so I just need to...
Yeah, I think if you were to keep going, this was the point where I would be like, let's take a walk, let's go outside,
true.
let's like change up the scenery and then keep going. I feel like then maybe I could still go for a few more hours. But if I had to like continue right now and sit down for 5 more hours, I couldn't do it.
No. But yeah, I thought it was so much fun.
It was so much fun.
And I'm just so happy to have friends that enjoy stuff like this. You guys all need to check out both of their channels if you have not already. These are some of my dearest friends and I love them so much. So that would mean a lot. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Leave some nice buddy reading emojis in the comments. I don't know what that means, but you can think of it. But we can't.
And
yeah, buddies
Buddies
and
and
readings. We have book and we have buddy.
Luckily I have Buddy.
Thanks for watching.
Bye!